Warning, warning, warning. These LeFeet water scooters are potentially as dangerous as they are sweet. Here you go. Lessons learned from my first 6 dives with this surprisingly powerful underwater jetpack. Lesson 1. Get 2 scooters and connect them to create a jetpack. With just one scooter, I wasn't able to overcome some of the stronger currents around Molasses Coral Reef. But with 2, no problem. This could literally be a dive and/or lifesaver if you ever find yourself at the wrong end of a current. Lesson 2. Practice using for at least 30 minutes in a pool or shallow water no more than 10 or 15 feet deep, and with full scuba gear if using for scuba, to include wetsuit if appropriate. There are several things you will want to consider and learn, and deep open water is definitely not the place to do it. Lesson 3. This will make you noticeably less buoyant and sink faster. Be prepared to accommodate for the extra weight, about 5 kilograms, i.e. roughly 12 pounds if using 2 scooters. Your first thought may be to accommodate for the extra weight by reducing your BCD weight. I chose to keep my BCD weight the same and instead compensate with my BCD inflator. If, for whatever reason, the jetpack was detached and I had to do a safety stop, I could be in real trouble and may have a very hard time staying 15 feet under because now I would be a lot more buoyant than I'm prepared to deal with. So for me, it's much less of a risk to just deal with the added 12 or so pounds. Lesson 4. Ensure your depth gauge is always visible. You will have to hold onto the scooter with both hands when the jets are active, so make sure your depth gauge is always visible so that you can keep an eye on the rate your depth changes. This is especially important if you're ascending and you may not realize you're ascending way too fast to be safe. And you also don't want to keep having to stop the scooter to see what depth you're at. For me, I just had to rotate my dive watch on my wrist so that I could easily monitor my depth at all times and check if my dive computer is warning me that I am ascending too fast. Lesson 5. Do not use the scooter to do rapid ascents. Don't get bent. Lesson 6. Don't connect the wrist strap when scuba diving, but do connect it when snorkeling. When the wrist strap is connected while scuba diving, it's a pain in the ass to manage buoyancy. Definitely don't connect the strap to your hand that you use to control your inflator/deflator. You will definitely regret that. And if you connect the wrist strap to your other hand, then now you won't be able to use your back rear air release. You will also need a hand free to check air pressure occasionally, or maybe access your dive knife. By not connecting the wrist strap when scuba diving, you give yourself the flexibility to use whatever hand you need at the time and the other hand to hold the scooter, providing the jets are off. Lesson 7. If you're using the jetpack around coral reefs, be extra cautious and mindful so that you don't run into the reef and tear up yourself and/or the reef, and ensure that the water jets are not damaging the plant life. Lesson 8. Always recharge the system before taking it out.